Thank you so much, Eric. You always, I don't know, brighten every room with all of your technology intellect. We're going to move on to our second skucon story of the day. And without further ado, I would like to invite a man of boundless energy to the stage, Kevin Mullaney with Brandito.
We're doing? All right, microphone works. I've never been mic'd up before. This is the first time for me, so I feel like I'm taking over Britney Spears' residency in Vegas over here. Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know? All right, first joke worked. All right. All right, my name's Kevin Mullaney. I am Vice President of Brandito. We are a distributor out of Richmond, Virginia. And never in my wildest dreams when I started in this business 7 years ago do you think I'd be on stage at skucon. So I humbly want to thank the Graham family, my favorite Canadians. But since we're here in Vegas, in the United States of America, and I'm not stepping on any skucon swag, I just want to make sure we got a couple USA beanies out here for any of you Canadians. That's right, give it to Holly. Apparel sells $2 billion in apparel. Now I just gave her a hat. So my brand marketing story really starts in high school when I ran for class president. It was the year 2000, and my campaign manager and I, my mother, we had these great ideas. So instead of Y2K, it was V4K. Vote for Kevin. Be a part of the millennium. So we used to hand out T-shirts to all my friends in the different cliques, the jocks, the skateboarders, the potheads, the ROTC kids, so that I had a brand influencer in every group to really tell my story as opposed to my competitors that were just hanging up poster boards. And the impact that was getting from the poster boards versus someone actually telling my story is a lot different, right? I mean, commonsku, when Adam from T-Shirt Tycoon says, hey, here's what commonsku is, here's what it does for us, it's much more impactful than when Mark or Catherine talk about commonsku. So I'm not saying my mother and I invented social selling, trust me, I get that, but it was my first kind of dip in the water into the marketing game. I've got really bad ADD, so if I'm making you motion sickness with the pace, I'm sorry, this is what's calming me down, so my apologies in advance. That gets another beanie. Yeah, all right. Sorry for the back row. I do not have a canon with these things. So moving forward, we are going to talk about my order, my story, if you will. It starts back in April 30th, 2018. And I am meeting with one of my biggest clients, but this is a new buyer. So this is a really good opportunity for us. You really work hard on the small ones, but these big opportunities are really what, kind of gets you motivated, gets the juices rolling. So I meet down with this client and she says, we've got a huge anniversary gift. It's going to be anywhere between 1,000 pieces for their corporate employees or 25,000 pieces for all employees nationwide. So I'm very excited about this opportunity. And then she says, but we don't have a budget. So I need some ideas from like $0 to $1, $2 to $3, $3 to $5, $8, and then $10 to $15. So this is a little bit tough, but I'm really excited. I mean, we've got 25,000 potential pieces at $15. I mean, I'm getting super jacked up about this opportunity. If you were to fast rewound 7 years ago when I first started in the company, I would have been super jacked up. I mean, think of Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He finds the golden ticket and he wants to jet back to his house as fast as possible to tell Grandpa Joe the good news, right? So that's how I was with my boss. And I ran back to the office. I was like, Mike, gotta check this out, man. I got this awesome opportunity. We're gonna get it. We got the golden ticket. Here we go. We're gonna win it. And Mike knows me well enough, and he always meets my ideas with some hesitation and some skepticism. I used to try and date his younger sister in high school. That didn't help. But once, man, just once, I hope he got Grandpa Joe excited with me, right? Like I think of going into his office, and he's sitting behind his office, and I say, Mike, we got this opportunity. I want him to just slowly get up from behind that desk and grab his cane and walk around. And then we meet eye to eye, and then we'd spontaneously combust into a synchronized dance of, I never thought my life would be anything but catastrophe, but open my eyes and look what I see, a brand new life for me, because I got a golden ticket. I've got a golden twinkle in my eye. Woo! scary. Cartwheel, I'm 34 years old. That thing gets sketchy up there. All right, camera guy's freaking out. Sit still, man. So after we get down from our sugar high, we've got a real problem here, right? So we've got some wide varieties, we've got some wide price ranges, some wide quantity ranges. Again, 1,000 pieces or 25,000 pieces, $1 or $15. That's really, who has kids here? Who takes their kid to see Santa Claus? You take your 3-year-old to go see Santa Claus, and I mean, that's what this order was. You know, what do you want? You know, I want crayons, I want chicken tenders, French fries, a unicorn, and a new sister. You know, like, that's what I thought I was going to go back to the Idea Factory and bring back to this client. So anyways, so we're looking into this, and then anyone, who's my distributors out here? Give me some love. So anytime you're a distributor and you have these awesome opportunities, you want people to just get Grandpa Joe excited with you. And herein lies my first hurdle is, you know, I'm like, all right, I need 1,000 pieces or 25,000 pieces. Could you be more specific? I'm like, no, man, this, like, here's the opportunity. I need to quote both prices. I'm like, we can't do 25,000. I was like, all right, I get it. We don't do virtuals. All right, well, that's not going to help. I need someone to create some art for me. So anyways, after I figure this all out, I dwindle it down, focus on a ton of products because the breath is very long. This is going to be an issue, by the way, on this clock. So as I get it down, it's 40-page keynote presentation, 2 to 3 pieces per slide. I mean, this thing is larger than the New Testament when I send it over. She's really got to thumb through this thing. But anyone have regional buyers that you just connect with? This person was out of the Northeast. We sat down. She starts to love the ideas. And the ideas that she hates, she tells me exactly. She's completely transparent. She says, I don't like that. That won't work for us. We've done that before. And it's just so much nicer than the people I typically deal with in Virginia and North Carolina when I bring them a bad idea or I say something stupid in a meeting. They're just, oh, bless your heart. Do you like it? You just blessed me? So anyways, so we've got the product. She decides on a bottle, and here we go. We're ready to go to production. Now we got to deal with the inventory. They want 25,000 water bottles. No one's got that in America. So we've got to take the calculated risk. We've got to go overseas with this product. If we wanted to do that, again, now we're in like late May. We really should have done that about 2 weeks ago. So I'm nervous. She's nervous. And on top of all of this, she's got a daughter that's getting married in like 3 weeks. So she's planning a wedding and orchestrating this 25,000 piece order. It's big time in her life. And here I am having this nightmare that, you know, we're slowing down or we're not getting the order done. And there I am right there at the wedding. She gets sit down and I'm right next to her. And she's appalled that I'm at her daughter's wedding. And I look at her, oh my God, Victoria, I love your dress. I'm so glad the weather held out. If you could just sign this virtual proof, we need to get to production. So we get it signed, no issues there. We outsource it. We get the order in, it's June 10th. So we're all pumped up. June 10th, 25,000 water bottles. We're going to get it from China. We're going to have it delivered by September. Then, 5 days later, the man whose name of which we do not speak, President Trump, issues $200 billion of tariffs on all products being sourced from China. So I'm freaking out, right? I mean, this is sketchy stuff. I told her it's not going to be an issue. Here's the price. We agreed. Everyone's good. And then we've got $200 billion of tariffs. So I'm doing what most, I do really well. I never count the money. I never count the deal until it's done and the client's happy. But this one I did. And I thought, okay, I've got to grow this company 25% every year. This is what's going to get us there. So I counted the money. That was my number one issue. So anyways, I now need to really understand what the problem is, right? Okay, $200 billion of tariffs. How do I communicate this to the client? So I do what everyone does these days. I go to the Google machine. Dear Google, what is a tariff? Been a while since I've been in civics class, folks, so really need to understand. Google machine tells me a bunch of things that I don't want to hear. So as a 34-year-old man, I call my dad. My dad is a Vietnam veteran, 70 years old, 25 years as a special agent of the FBI. God loves politics, raging Republican. So I said, Dad, what's the deal here? What's going on? And he goes, look, this is just political peacocking. You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're just going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. So time is getting short, so I'm just going to try and move it along a little bit faster now. So we get the order, it's in production, it's overseas, we're all good there, and then all of a sudden the client calls and say, I need the order 3 weeks earlier. And I'm just like, oh Lord. But what I had been doing for the past 10 weeks, where are my suppliers at again? Yeah, you're gonna cringe here, you're not gonna woo this one. I called every single Friday saying, hey, where's my order? How's my order doing? And they're just like, yeah, man, just talked last Friday. It's good. It's on the production. There's nothing you can do. And I was like, all right, cool. So did that every Friday, every Friday. So when I called them and said, hey, guys, I need this 3 weeks earlier, they're like, oh, God bless, son. We are so sick of hearing from you. It's already on the cart. It's going to arrive. So I'm sorry I didn't finish strong. I left out a lot. I went off the cuff. I really hope you enjoyed my story. I hope you guys have similar stories that you can share with me. I'm here to learn. My name's Kevin Mullaney with Brandito. I absolutely had a pleasure speaking to y'all. That one got it, yeah!